there was a very cruel prince in a kingdom, and the citizens were extremely afraid of him, hated him. This prince went for swimming one day, and as he was swimming, there was a severe storm. And because of the storm, it appeared that the river would be in spate and the prince would drown. At this moment, he saw a log which was just coming nearby. He took the opportunity, latched onto that log, somehow to save his life. And that log started coming towards the bank. And at that moment, there was a rat and a snake. And in their hole, because of the storm, water had entered. And they also were looking for a shelter. And when they found this log right near the bank, they jumped onto this log also. And then this storm also influenced the tree, which was the shelter for a parrot. And the parrot found himself homeless because the tree was broken. And so the parrot, also looking for shelter, came on this branch of log which was floating. So now we have this river in spate, and there is this log in which there is the prince, the snake, the parrot, and the rat. And the prince started shouting out, crying for help, because he knew that somehow someone has to come and help them out. At that moment, a poor man on the bank of the river saw this situation, jumped in, swam, and he somehow dragged this log of wood right next to the bank, rescued all of them, and then provided them first-class hospitality. He provided warm fire and also milk for them to drink. Considering that the animals were weaker species, he started serving them first. The prince became very annoyed and angry, and he said, "Why are you serving them? I am the prince. I am supposed to be served." And in this way, each one of them was served milk and provided facility for them to stay. At that point, as they were taking leave, the snake looked at this poor man and said, "You have saved my life. In case you ever need my help, I'll provide you gold." The rat said, "In case you need my help, I'll provide you money which is hidden in a hole. I know where it is." The parrot said, "In case you ever need food, I have first-class quality of grains." The prince had no desire to reciprocate. He was extremely ungrateful, but because of social pressure, he said, "Well, if you ever need my help, do come to me." Days passed. The poor man was thinking, "I should test them." He went to the snake and said, "You told me you'll give me gold." The snake said, "Yes, it's ready." The poor man said, "Okay, I'm convinced." Similarly, he went to the rat. The rat also was ready with the money. He was convinced. He went to the parrot, and the parrot was offering him all kinds of grains. He was convinced. He goes to the prince and says to the prince, "You had promised me that you will actually provide me all kinds of riches if I come to your kingdom." And the prince became very angry, very ruthless, started screaming and shouting, and ordered all of his soldiers to capture him and throw him in jail. And as this man was being dragged and taken through the streets, this poor man started exclaiming, "Better to save grateful animals than to save an ungrateful human being." And when the soldiers heard this, they asked him what are the details of the story, and he explained to them how the prince was so ungrateful. The citizens became extremely annoyed, captured the king, and punished him. In this way, Bhagavatam explains, "Tam sukharadhyam rijubir ananya sharanain ribhir kritagya kono seveta duraradhyam asadubhi." Gratitude is an extremely important quality, and when the heart is filled with gratitude, devotion flows automatically. Therefore, if service is like the flower, service attitude is like the fragrance, then gratitude is like the honey bee which hovers around such a flower. Let us develop a life and heart which is filled with gratitude so that we can actually serve others and experience genuine happiness.